Hey there, everyone. I hope you're all doing good. Welcome to Breakbeat Torture 101, 2023 edition. What this is all about? It is about showing you how you can transform a simple and classic breakbeat, such as the aim in break, and how you can transform it and make it your own, basically use it as an instrument. In this first episode, I'm going to show you how you can achieve this using no effects at all and just audio editing inside Ableton Live, but it will of course work with any other software. It just happens to be the one that I use the most and that I know the most. First thing, if you want to do something that is not on the actual tempo of the beat, let's tap tempo. Yeah, this, why not? You will have either to warp the sound, which I don't really like because it makes things sound weird. What I prefer to do is to actually slice it like this. So I will just select here and do Control or Command E on each transient. I do it myself, like this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Done. Unwarp. Everything is now basically the same thing. If I change the tempo, I still have the same thing and it all sounds the same than before. If you go to a lower tempo than the original file, you will have some silence that you can feel either by down your sample, as you can see here, which is the classic way of doing things with samplers and stuff. You might have heard a little click. I think it was there. Yes. Now this is something that I will show you more in detail later, but you have to pay attention when you do this to zero crossing problems. The click happened here because, as you can see, if I zoom in a lot, there's this thing. So what you have to do is either crossfade, or what I prefer to do is to just make a very short envelope like this using the fade out. And yeah, no click anymore. There's probably some more at some other places. But anyway, let's go back to 194, 184. Cool. So already playing with pitch, like just the original pitch of your sample, will get you a lot of different colors. I like this one, but it's dark. Now, let's remove this. We have a loop here. Let's loop it. That's the classic one. If you have already heard a bit of my music, you know that what I like to do is to torture breakbeats. And so that's what I'm going to do. First thing, I like to make it more punchy by just using simply those fade outs. It can really work well to have some parts like this where it's not effective. And some where it's pretty extreme. Here we are just on the sound. Let's rearrange this. So this is our original one. Let's copy it and put it somewhere else. And let's start to make some like shenanigans. Let's do like, I want a snare here. So I grab this one, copy, paste here. I want this to be 2 hits, but I don't want the same hits to repeat. So I will make this one shorter and copy this little thing here. Copy, paste. Yeah. I want this to repeat. I don't want this snare here, I want this one. Copy, paste. Copy, paste, and copy. Let me show you the, instead of Control C, Control V, which is copy and paste, we have the excellent duplicate. Duplicate is, let's move this one here. You take a part of audio and you just duplicate it. Okay, cool. I like all this. I want to change it. Select all. Duplicate the whole thing. We have another place to do weird stuff. So I'm just going to go full on random. I want here this. I want it here. I want it twice here with this snare here. This I want it to repeat a lot. Here I want a kick drum. You can also go grab other parts like this, moving inside the sample. Make sure you grab a place where you don't have a zero crossing like we had before. Let's grab this kick drum as well and make something with a lot of kick drums. Now if we play both, cool. Now let's do it all over again. I like to work like this. I do one edit, then I duplicate it and do more edits and do like, I build edits on top of each other. One thing, if you like the drill sound, but you want to keep your impact, what you can do is to, instead of drilling like this, which is very aggressive, you can keep the impact, which is usually at the right beginning of the sample, and just duplicate what's coming after it, which keep the impact here. It's always cool to have that kind of little end with a fade out. It gives more snappiness to the result. Let's duplicate this and duplicate more. One thing I love to do as well is to consolidate, which is Control G. Consolidate will make one sample out of the thing you just made, and then you can further shape it with the fade. Basically, the fades are an extremely powerful tool to mash up audio. Then we can unwarp it and pitch it up and down. Now, this is a very slow way of getting things done, as I've said already in other videos on the subject, but it's the one where you have an absolutely full control over everything, which, if you are a maniac like me, yes, is a good thing. One other trick that's important: any breakbeats will have many snares in it, not just one. So use those many snares. Let's go grab others. So you can have some kind of rolls that feels like they are actually played. Like this. Feels like 4 snare hits. There are 4 different snare hits, so they feel a bit more played than if you just do this, which is fully robotic. Sometimes you want one or the other. I like to do stuff like this. Consolidate and then use the envelope gain to make some, yeah, stuff like this. And what I like to do even more is like, let's take this and put it on a different channel. This is why there was 2 channels in the first place. There's often a click at the beginning here with the when you use the envelope like this. So I usually put a fade in, sorry. And so here, the whole point of this is to put some other sounds in the same time that are descending in gain. like this, to make some sort of call and response thing. Let's edit further this one. One thing I like to do is this as well. Scan up, and then you just make it smaller and smaller. Like, yeah, this is where you can see that the duplicate thing is quite cool. It's also usually good to double up on this kind of thing. So let's, again, consolidate, make it a bit less loud until the more it goes there. We could have this on the other channel here. Same thing, make it rise. If you hold Alt on the curve, you can make it more exponential, logarithmic. Exponential is nice to make it suddenly appear in the end. And like also to take like that psh, like this. Okay, that's cool. Let's listen to the whole thing. All this using no glitch effects, nothing, just audio. This is a lot of programming, which is not that fun. But it will make your breakbeat patterns a bit more interesting. So I like to, for this kind of thing, go to 70-ish%, just to make a small rise. You can also, when I'm here, one thing I like a lot is the time stretch. You can fake time stretch. Basically, you decide your grain size by the size you select here. Then you do something like this. See? Sounds like the classic Akai-ish. So this is a very easy way to create lots of click problems. I've just done a mess, but just to make you listen that it does sound quite good. My simple advice to make this kind of breakbeats a bit more your own would be to, before doing all this edit, to process them using any pedals you might have, any plugins that you really like the sound of, just to keep this video a short one that everyone can watch without a headache. I will do this in the next episode. This was Breakbeat Torture 101 2023 edition. I will put those breakbeats on Patreon for everyone, not only the Producer Pack subscribers, which is the tier where you get samples. Everyone will get this one because, I mean, it's an Emmy break. Everyone can have it. Everyone can do this. But I hope more people can do this now in a good way and have fun torturing breakbeats. Bye-bye, everyone.